Shalom Yasharala, peace Israel. First and foremost, I want to send all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Yahweh, Kadash, Barak, Atham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. This is your brother Isaiah coming at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is going to be, This is when they knew. This is when he knew or they knew they fucked up. This is when he knew or they knew they fucked up, okay? And I got some background footage, background audio I'm going to play also. So through the spirit, we're going to roll with it. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and starting at verse 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, where is he that hath taken Venetian? This camera don't want to. Venetian, and bought it to me. I have eaten all before thou camest, and have blessed him. And he shall be blessed. Okay. And Esau heard the words of his father. He cried with a great, exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, my father. Okay, verse 35. He said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. Okay, and he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken my blessing. And he said, Hast thou revised a blessing for me? Okay, now we're going to pay a little something. This is probably what played in Esau's mind when this happened to him.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Okay, one more time.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
It was at that moment Esau knew he fucked up. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, starting at verse 27. And Moses stretched out forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. So let me start over. And this is Exodus 14, starting at 27. And Moses stretched out forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Verse 28, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh, that it came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. Okay. Now, let's play a little background music. Now, this is when they knew they fucked up. This is when the Egyptians knew that fled out the Israelites. That's when they knew they fucked up.
This moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Okay,
He knew he fucked up.
Okay, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, starting at verse 48. And it came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came to Drew Nay to meet David, that David hastened and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag, and took thence a stone, and sling it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. That's when that Philistine knew, who was called Goliath. That's when he knew he fucked up.
He knew. He fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. He fucked up. He knew. He fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up.
Okay, one more time.
He fucked up.
Okay, this is the book of First Kings, 18th chapter, starting at the 27th verse. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, "Cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth, and must this cracks me up, and must be awakened." Okay, we're gonna drop down to 33. Again, First Kings, 18th chapter, dropping down to 33. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, Fill four barrels with water, and pour it out on the burnt sacrifice, and on the wood. And he said, Do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, Do it a third time. Do it the third time. And they did it the third time. The water ran around about, okay, and let's drop down to 37 through 40. Okay. This is when fire, well, let me read it. Just let me read it. Hear me, O Lord. Hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord, thy power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood and the stones and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. This is the kicker. And when the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, The Lord, he is the God. And the Lord, Salakia, 39. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, The Lord, he is God. He is the power. The Lord, he is the God. Okay. All right. Let's play the audio.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. Moment that he knew. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And you know what? It was at this moment they knew they fucked up because of what happened. Okay, brothers, this is the last one, and we're going to close out. Okay, this is 2 Kings, the first chapter of 2 Kings, starting at verse 11. Well, starting at verse 10. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of the power, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee from thou 50. So I don't get this. They call him a man of God, but yet they didn't. I guess the captain of the 50 and the 50 didn't realize how much power Elijah really had. Okay, but let me read 10 again. Let me stop talking. Again, 2 Kings, first chapter, 10th verse, starting at 10th verse. And Elijah answered and said to and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of Yahweh, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came fire down from heaven and consumed his 50. So we're going to stop right there. We're going to play the audio.
At this moment that he knew, he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew, he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew, he fucked up.
See, it was at that moment the captain of the 50 and the 50 knew that they fucked up. Okay? All right. Now let's go down to verse 11. And again, also he sent another. Also, and again, also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of Yahweh, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and consume thy 50. And the fire of Yahweh came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50. Oh, people don't learn, do they? Play it again.
Moment that he knew, he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew, he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew, he fucked up.
Okay, one more
It was
time.
at this moment that he knew, he fucked up.
Okay, it was at this moment the captain of the 50 and the 50, they all knew they fucked up. Okay? Now let's go down to verse 13. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of the 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in that sight. So this captain knew what was up. This captain knew that Elijah was a man of the Lord. Behold. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. I think I messed up. Okay, no, I didn't mess up, Akim. I got kind of confused. Let me start at the top again. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50, and the third captain of the 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in thy sight. Behold, there came fire down from heaven and burnt up the two captains of the former 50s with their 50s. So homeboy knew what was up. He said, look, Elijah is the man of the Lord, and his God took out 100 people plus two captains. And this captain of the 50, the third captain of the 50, said, look, I ain't having it. I learned from their mistakes. You know? All right. First 15. Well, let's start at 14 again. Behold, therefore came fire down from heaven and burnt up the two captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore let my life be precious in thy sight. And the angel of the Lord said unto Elijah, go down with him, be not afraid of him. And he arose and went down with him unto the king. But yo, man, hey, that's when they knew. That's when these people knew they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 accounts. But, you know, with a road Akim, for these 2/3, when these nukes come, this is what's gonna play on their mind.
Moment that he knew he fucked. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And that's how it's gonna be with these 2/3. When those nukes hit, that's when they're gonna know they fucked up. You know, and for some people, when martial law comes, when there's a famine of the word, that's when they're gonna know they fucked up. All right, Akim, I just want to make this fun, have fun with this truth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes we exert so much energy trying to get our message across, and sometimes we just got to relax and be faithful and laugh a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, execute this word. We got to execute and push this word out to the best of our abilities. Till next time, Akim Shalom. This is your brother Izar coming at you with another lesson from the GMS Miami camp. Till next time, Shalom.